screen first. Guys, can you please confirm? Can you see my screen and can you hear me well? Okay, so Chitty, see here. What I'll be doing is, first we'll go and create a EFS. First we'll go and create a EFS. And then what we do, we go and launch one EC2 instance. Which EC2 instance? Linux EC2 instance, because EFS is for Linux. So then what I do is, I'll mount this EFS to this EC2 instance. I'll mount it. And then I'll log into this EC2 instance. I'll go to this mount point. And then I'll put some data. And that data will be saved here in EFS. Then to verify this, I'll go and launch one more EC2 instance. I'll connect the same EFS to this EC2 instance. Okay, to this EC2 instance. And then again, I'll log into this EC2 instance. I'll go to the mount point. And can I see the same data here? Yes or no? Can I see the same data on both the machines? Yes, because the data is stored centrally in the EFS. So the same EFS, if I mount it for n number of EC2 instances also, can I see the same data? Yes. So EFS is for shared storage. Simple, practical. Should we do it? Do you all understood what we're going to do? So here, in order to, what protocol this is used? NFS protocol. What protocol? What is the full form of NFS? Network File System. Which one? Network File System. So in NFS, so guys, we need to install one small package called NFS utils. What is the command is used to install any package? Yum. So what we need to do is yum install -y NFS -utils. So this is the small package we need to install. So once you install, we will need to create a directory. Yes or no? What is the command to create a directory? mkdir. You create a directory called EFS and then we need to mount it. Okay? Do you all understood? Should we go and do it? What is the first thing that we should create? What should create? EFS. So let's go to EFS. Guys, in S3, have you completed access points? Okay, so you have the weekend. Okay, I want access points and then that bucket policies, right? And this practicals, everything should be completed in the weekend, no matter what. Okay, because from Monday we'll be going to many services, so every day you will have the practicals. There's so many practicals coming up again. Okay, tomorrow is there for 1 hour. Tomorrow class. Tell me how much time the class will be happening? 1.5 hours. For 1.5 hours, you want the whole today holiday? Not required, right? So tomorrow we'll have the class. Okay. And then because you have Saturday from 10:30, you have all the till evening, you have Sunday, you have. So please spend some time and then complete the practicals. Okay. That is for your good health only. Okay. So guys, here, see here, EFS is regional or global? Regional or global? Until I say everything is regional. Okay. So there are 98% all the services are regional. Okay. So let's go ahead and click. So this is EFS is regional. So I'm in Mumbai. So should we go and create a file system? Yes. Guys, what is the, how the charge will happen on EFS? EFS, how much, like S3 only, how much data you have stored inside the EFS? right? How much data you stored on the EFS, that much AWS will charge for you. And how much data transfer that you did, how much download access you are happening, based on that, they will charge. So with EFS, there is no minimum fees. You pay only for the storage that you use and the data you read and write and any additional throughputs that you provision. Throughput. Okay, I will talk on all those things. So click on create file system. See Nana here. So it is asking name. Tell me, let's say 9 a.m. EFS demo. Give some name. Okay. And then this everything should be within the VPC only, no? So this EFS, select the VPC. Don't click on create. If you click on create, it will get created, but we don't learn much. So what we need to do, click on customize. So we have to learn so many things, right? So click on customize. Okay, now see here. You have given 9 a.m. EFS demo, that's fine. And then we have the storage class. Remember in S3, we have learned about storage classes, right? Here also in EFS, you have a storage class called standard and one zone. Only two are there. How many are there? Two are there. What are those? Standard and one zone. You know very well what are those. So which mean is the default one? Standard. What is standard meaning? Frequently access. Standard meaning frequently access. One zone meaning all your data is stored in only one availability zone. Right? So which one would you prefer? Standard. So if you want your data to be redundantly across multiple availability zones, go for standard. And if you go for one zone, in which availability zone you want to keep it selected. So if you have a EC2 instances only in 1A, then go for one zone. If you have EC2 instances only in 1B, go for one zone. If you have EC2 instances across the availability zones, go for standard. And then automatic backups. Automatically backup will happen. Lifecycle management. Remember in S3 we discussed about lifecycle management. What is lifecycle management? Transfer 1,000 rupees from one account to another account. What transfer? Moving the objects from one storage class to another storage class. Similarly, here also lifecycle management is there. No, so see, you have so many objects inside this EFS. Just in case if you are not using those objects, if you are not using those files for how many days? Let's say 1 day, 7 day, 40, 30, 60, 90. So if you are not using any objects or any files within these days, automatically it will be moved into IA. By default, it is in which storage class? Standard. And if you are not using for, let's say 1 day or 7 days or 14 days, based on requirements selected, and then automatically it will move to IA. Let's say you have a couple of files and you are not used for 7 days or 1 day or 14 days, right? 7 days. So will it be in standard or will it be in IA? It will be in IA. Okay, now let's say after 7 days and you started access that file and it will be transition out of IA. That will become again standard. So if you put none, it will not be. On first access meaning if you access for the first time also, the storage class will be changing to the standard. That's what Akhil. So it will be move out to the standard. Is it clear, guys? Everyone? So do you need here lifecycle management? Not required. So encryption. So for EFS volumes, so it is data in transit or data at rest. In volumes or in EFS, in the storage where the data is sitting. So the data is encryption in transit or data at rest. Data at rest encryption you should use. Okay. So here also you have data at rest encryption is there. Select it. If you don't want, uncheck it. Simple. Okay. And then here coming to the performance setting. Performance settings here, there are two types, Nana. Throughput mode, performance mode. What are those two modes? Throughput mode and then performance mode. Throughput meaning the speed between from your EC2 instance to your EFS. That is called throughput. How fast? So let's say how fast I am going to this guy. That is called throughput. How much speed between both of us? That is called throughput. And performance meaning, so this guy, how much good performance that he can give. That is the performance mode. So here, if you go for throughput mode, it is enhanced, which is elastic. So guys, if you go for elastic, which is recommended, based on your load, automatically throughput will happen. You want data or you want provision, that meaning you give some values. So go for elastic. So if you need more super high performance, then go for values here. But which one is recommended? Elastic is recommended. Yes. And performance mode, go for the general purpose. So guys, if you have selected a provision, then you here also you need to give the IO. What is IO? Input output. Remember in EBS we have learned about provisioned IOPS. You need to give the values. Similarly here also, how much bigger values that you give. So do you see this here? How much per second, how much MB that you need. Based on that, you will get the speed. But if you don't want to give any value, simply go for elastic, which will automatically take care of the performance of your EFS. Nana, is this clear, everyone? Step number 1. In step number 1, give the name, standard. You want backups, but I'm removing the backups because additional pricing applies. But it's just a matter of tick in your real time. Okay. So, and I'm not doing anything. Encryption, I have removed it off. And then I've selected enhance, elastic, and general purpose. Is it clear? Step 1. Okay. So now click on next. See here, guys. So now your EFS should be inside the VPC. And in which availability zones? So we have our EC2 instance in which availability zones? 1A, 1B. Do we launch EC2 instance in 1C? So you want 1C here? So I can remove it off. So here if you remove 1B also, and if you launch one EC2 instance in 1B, can this EFS talk to that 1B? No. So here mount targets, we call it as mount targets. You can mount targets can be 1A and 1B. You can add 1C also, no problem. But do we have EC2 instance now? Not. So now click on next. So this is completely optional for you, but I'm saying, see here. Number 1 is prevent root access by default. Generally, we are creating the EFS now. You don't want root access? We need root access, correct? So if you don't want the root access, so select this. Automatically, a JSON code is generated. And also enforce read only. If you don't want to write in EFS and if you want to have only read only, select this. And prevent anonymous access. That meaning some people will log in without username and password. So if you don't want to do that, prevent that. And if you want to enforce in-transit encryption, that meaning from EC2 to EFS, the connections are happening, you want that also to be encrypted, select this. You don't need to do anything, just a matter of tick. So you want now, so for now, I'm not going, but in real time, just matter of ticks. So next, and then go ahead and click on create. Easy, no? Very easy. So there is a concept called passwordless login, Morley. Those who know Linux, they know this. Passwordless login. Passwordless login. Find it out. Not required for you, but those who know Linux, so they will they know this. Okay. Okay. So guys, now EFS got created. Okay. What is the next step? Huh? I've created an EFS. What is the next step? I have to go and launch the EC2 instance. So let's go ahead and then launch the EC2. One second. Okay, so let's go to EC2. Okay, so Morally has triggered me something. Can you tell me which is your favorite service till now? Huh? S3, EC2. Huh? Or me tumpal. Light cell. Okay. So light cell, okay, you don't have to do anything there, no? That's why. Okay. Nice. Okay. So let's go and launch the EC2 instance. So guys, your EC2 instance also should be in which region? Mumbai. If you have launched an EC2 instance in one region and EFS in another region, can they connect? They don't. So click on launch instance. So call it as EFS Linux server. Okay. And then browse. Which one? Red Hat. And then down. Come on. And then key pair, go with 9 a.m. batch. Okay. And then go with 1A, enable it, select security group, default. No. And here, if you see here, 0 into file systems. But do we have a file system already now? Yes. Here also you can edit it and select it, the file system. But if you do that, you don't learn. Automatically, it will be available for you. But I'm not doing like this. This is the easiest way to do it, but I'm not going it. Let's go and launch. So EC2 instance got launched. And should I check my security groups first? AWS Cloud, can you please rename your name, please? How should I address you? SSH and select my IP. Okay. So let's go ahead and then log in. Select the IP address. Put it. Appearance, I'll put the bigger one. 40. Okay. So just now we have launched. So let's wait. And if you go to EFS, let's see our EFS is ready. It's available. Yet it is available. If you go inside it, and then you have few things here. Do you see here? Metered size. That meaning how much size you have inside it. It will show it. And then monitoring. So monitoring meaning you have the metrics, how much throughput utilization is happening and how many IOPS are happening. So how many clients are connected to this EFS, everything it will show here. Okay. And then tags are fine. File system policy, I have told you, right? Tick, 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 tick. That file system policy. Access points. I'm telling you again and again, if you have done S3 access points and these access points will come everywhere in all the services. Here also you see access points. I'm not going to touch this because I want you to do S3 access points and do this here also. Okay. So find out what is access point. Huh? Okay. So we have launched so we have our in 1A and 1B now it is available. So, and do you see this, Nana? This is our EFS domain name. So now what we need to do is we need to mount that EC2 instance to this domain name. Yes or no? So let's see how do we mount. So for this, I have couple of commands. So I'll put it in Notepad for you. Do you see this here? What is the first command? Yum install NFS minus utils, because we are using NFS, no? Right. And then what is the next step? We need to create a directory called EFS. And then we need to mount it. Which one? You need to mount the file system. So should I copy that file system DNS name? This one? Copy it. And then put it here. And then your mount, just now you created EFS directory. No, you are mounting to that EFS directory. Then I'm going to CD EFS. Then here, if you create any directories, if you create any files, all the files are stored in EFS. Do you understand these 4 commands? See that commands again. So yum install NFS minus utils. Next is you need to create a directory, and then you mount that EFS to directory. You need to mount it, and you go inside the directory, and you will be in the EFS. Okay, ma? So now, another question. Why only Red Hat? Why only Red Hat we use? We starting days also we are using Red Hat only, because I told you this already. It's a, yes, preferable flavor which is used by in our industry, right? In the market also, in our companies also, mostly people will go with the Red Hat. That's a stable version. And also, it is also a free tier. And also, instead of, so there are 2, I already told you in the Linux class. I gave you one Linux class. There are 2 types of distributions. One is RPM based, another is day based.
Recording
So
in
this
progress.
guy, which protocol it is using? NFS. So that meaning we need to use this, we need to add this protocol in security group also, no? So let's go to security group. In security group, inbound. What we need to add? NFS we need to add. Do you see NFS here? It's already there. Select the NFS. Do you all understood what I did till now? So I created an EFS. I launched one EC2 instance. I added a security group rule with NFS. Clear? Okay. So what are the commands that we need to do? Tell me. Yum install -5 NFS minus utils. Write down this command in your book. Commands. So we are installing the NFS utils because as we are using the NFS. Installation. Installation is done. See here, guys. I'll give you time to write it. Just see first. Watch. Okay. So it's clear. It's done now. NFS util is done. I'm clearing it. And then what is the next command? mkdir EFS. Guys, EFS is just directory I'm creating. You can give any name also. No issues. Right? mkdir. Now we need to mount it. No. So I copied this here. Right? This is the mount point. So copy this and paste it out here. So this mount -t NFS on NFS, this domain name, this is EFS domain name, and to which directory you're mounting? EFS directory you're mounting it, and then enter. mounted. Now, if you want to go, you need to go inside the EFS, no, inside this directory. Then only you are in the mount point. Now, where are you? If you do just PWD, where are you now? In home, EC2 minus user. Are you in EFS, sir? No, you have mounted to which folder, which directory? EFS. So we need to go inside it. CD, EFS. Now, indirectly now, where are you now? You are in a EFS now, right? EFS can be mounted to how many Linux EC2 instances? Thousands of EC2 instances you can mount it. Okay, now, what should we create a sample files here? What is the command to create some files? Touch. Give me some file. Okay, test dot uh, sh. Okay, and then I create a directory here called test, right? mkdir. Give me some name. Morally. Do you see directories got created? So now all these directories and files are stored where? In the EFS. So how to verify this? Now should we go and launch one more EC2 instance? Should we go and launch one more EC2 instance? We launch one more EC2 instance and we do the same process and see the same data is available there or not. Because all the data, all the data now, whatever you're creating here, it's storing in the EFS. And if you're attaching the same EFS here, whatever the data you put it here, the same data is available in this machine. Should we go and check it? Launch the EC2 instance now. So let's go and launch. And this time, should I go and launch in 1B? And this proves that EFS can be attached to multiple availability zones. Correct? So let's call it as EFS server 2. And browse. Red Hat. In batch, edit. I'll put it in 1B. Select default and go and launch. So we should do the same procedure here now. Yes, so let's wait until this is up. And meanwhile, you write these comments. If you miss something also, remember this colon slash is important and slash is important here. So don't miss it and please write down. Huh? Oh, okay. If you don't put -5, what will happen? It will ask, Babu, you want me to install? Yes or no? Done? Good. Okay, so let's connect to the second one. So public, open this, put it over here, appearance, bold, connections. And badge and open. Guys, see here. EC2 minus user. Sudo minus. Yes. Now tell me what is the command that I need to run here? Okay. Tell me. Yum install minus y nfs minus utils. Guys, do we have internet from the EC2 instance? Remember, we have internet from the EC2 instance. What is the next command, Nana? mkdir efs. And we need to copy paste the mount point. So I copy paste the mount. And then cd change, no? Correct. What is your doubt? Tell me. No. I want to know this doubt. Correct or no? Correct only, no? This was, otherwise I would have repeated the topic again. So the thing is here, how many EC2 instances you have also? But EFS is same. That's why I added the same here. If you add another EFS, do you see the data? No. So the EFS, that is the concept, no? Shared storage. That meaning you have only one EFS, but multiple EC2 instances. Okay. Okay. So now I added this and then CD, EFS. If I do LS now, should I get the same data? This. So I'm putting 2 here. I clear it. Now, if I put ls here, I get the data. If I put ls also here, should I get the same data or not? Do you see that? We get the same data. That meaning the EFS is mounted to the multiple EC2 instances. Like this, how many EC2 instances we have added here? 2. Like this, you can have thousands of EC2 instances also. You can add it to only one EC2, one EFS. You understood? So this is now, because it is shared storage, no? So if I create any file here, let's say I create a directory called mkdir Kishore. Okay. If I do ls, do I see Kishore here? And if I do ls here, and I see Kishore. And if you create anything here, mkdir Ashok, ls, I have Ashok here. And if I do ls, Ashok here. So it is storing in the EFS. So if you want to have a shared storage, so you can create a EFS like this and you can mount this EFS to multiple EC2 instance like this. Simple EFS. Tell me how much time will it take to do this? So don't tell me that, sir, no time for EFS. Easy, no? EFS. So here the data, guys, the data is storing where? EFS. It is not storing in S3 or it's not storing in volumes. That concept are different. S3 is completely different. EBS volumes are completely different. And S3, can you do the shared storage? Volumes, can you do the shared storage? No. If you want to have a shared storage, go with it. S3 we can do it, but you need to know CLI for that. So wait for it. So there is some question went up. Sir, how to check how many EFS were attached to one Linux instance? What if I can't tell you? So guys, and that's what from here, if you're asking this type of questions, you need to know Linux concepts. So guys, what is the command to check the mount points in Linux? Are you attending Linux classes? Illa? Why? Kaiko? Huh? Okay, so df minus h. What is that? Df minus h. So if you use df minus h command, do you see this? This is the whole file system is mounted to this. Do you see this here? This is the file system. It is mounted to this folder, this directory. Okay. So Subranshu, not Subranshu. Who is that question asked? Ashok Reddy. That's for you. Can you show NFS protocol addition in security screen once? You want me to show that also? You should be uh, you should be expert on that, Shubhanshu. Do you want me to show how to add NFS protocol in inbound rule? Not required. Go to inbound rule, go to security group, inbound rule, add rule, and select NFS. Okay. Why to go like that? So let's go to security group. See here, Shubhanshu. Okay. Inbound rules, edit, and then here add which one? In bottom, go and search. Just type NFS. Do you see? NFS and add my IP. Okay. Understood? Easy. But only one thing is here. Please write it in your book, but now hold on. So there is a concept called here replication. What is that? What is the meaning of replication? Yes. So where is your EFS now? In Mumbai. And if you want to have the same data and same EFS to be replicated in another region, go and click on replication. So whatever the rights that you are putting here, everything will be available in that region also. But I'm telling you, don't do this. This will be charged. But just a matter of how you need to do, click on create replication. Again, I'm saying, don't do this. Okay. So in which region that you want to replicate, for example, you also Ireland only. Okay. So here, so you want, guys, you want standard one zone, standard. You want encryption or not, select it and click on create replication. If you click on create replication, automatically one EFS will be created in Ireland, and whatever the data you put it here in Mumbai, automatically the data is copied into the Ireland. Ireland EC2 instances can use that EFS. But don't do this. Okay. But do you understand how to do the replication also? Yes. So I want you guys, what you need to do is, so the task here is, as you told, sir, take light. So I took light one. Huh? Do you see this here? EFS. And enough. This is fine. Take the screen, take the task. Nana, any questions? Chitty, online. So we are learning so many services, but it is up to you which one you should be using it. So let's say I'm giving an example. So you are talking to the customer or you're talking to your manager saying, your manager said that, hey, I want some shared storage where I will put my project files in that. And this has to be available for all the EC2 instances. Those my team members are using EC2 instances. No, those they need to copy the data from one place. So if you use this concept, then all of a sudden you get in the mind EFS. Shared storage, EFS. Right? And if you want to put the files, backups, etc., which service that you should get in your mind? S3. You need to get it S3 in your mind. Right? Databases, RDS. And then there is no one to do the deployment and everything. So everything AWS has to take care of the deployment and everything. So which service do you choose? Beanstalk you choose. And there is a techie guy who knows AWS like you already, and he's in the team. So he want to do the entire customization, deploying the application. Which service do you choose? EC2 you choose. And then there is no one technical at all. And only manager is there. He doesn't know anything, but he want to do it now. Ready-madely available, everything. Then go over the light cell. Right? And you want to set up your entire infrastructure very secure. And they need to go for VPC. So like this. So based on the requirement, all you should get everything in your head with the service names. Okay, na? There is a question, sir. If EFS is for Linux EC2 instances, then what is shared file storage system for Windows? What is that for Windows? And then which one? FSX. Which one? FSX. So FSX, I didn't touch it because we cannot do practicals on FSX because it needs Active Directory. It needs what? So Active Directory, they'll charge $450 per month. How much? $450. So if you have an Active Directory, right? So then similarly, how we created EFS, similarly FSS also you can. But in FSX you have okay, do one thing. Actually, what I'll give is generally I never touched FSX because if you want to touch FSX, you need to have a Active Directory for sure. So what I do is tomorrow, we don't do practicals on it, but I'll touch FSX. What is FSX and how many types of FSX are there? We'll see. But no practicals there. If you're ready, $450, send it to me. I'll do the practical. Okay. So as you are asking, I'm just going little bit deep on FSX. Okay. Otherwise, not required actually. You don't get any in certification question. They'll ask only this: what is the shared storage for Windows systems? FSX easy enough, but we always do extra. Correct, sir? You do always extras. I mean, no. So for that reason, we'll go extra topic tomorrow. Okay, good. So, but remind me, huh? Remind me. So tomorrow we have class, and tomorrow we'll take up another service, huh? So click on delete, and then click on delete. And then terminate the EC2 instance. Correct, no? You only told, no, we need light. Then I took light. As class khatams kya? And he's asking, yes. Otherwise, 10:40. Sir, for certification exam, what additional study needed? I'll tell in the end of the course. So let's concentrate on what we are learning, the services. And if you need little bit additional thing is required, right? Because let's say, for example, are we learning here machine learning, ML? So we don't learn ML here. But there are few services in AWS, they talk about ML. But I'll teach you service name, definition out of it. You don't need to go there inside it. Okay. So just to clear certification, we need that extra. I'll take 1 day for that and I'll cover that extra definitions. Right? We don't need to go deeper into the services because in companies also, we don't do that until there is a requirement. Okay. There is question, sir, NASCOM certificate or AWS certificate, which one is better? Obviously, AWS certificate is not better. It is a must, right? So AWS NASCOM certificate, they will give you that you have got trained on AWS from Naresh IT. And AWS certificate represents that you are certified AWS engineer and solution architect from Amazon directly. So the lot of weightage is there for your AWS certification. NASCOM is also good, but how do you prove yourself into the company? You learned, that's fine. But as an interviewer, as an employer, how do I believe you that you know AWS? Then if you show AWS solution architect certificate, then they'll ask him to come inside. There is question, sir, please take one class on how interview goes on for AWS in kind of every day. Am I doing the interview here? Yes or no? Shootout round is what? Interview only. Okay. What is the fees for AWS certification? $170. How much? $170 meaning less than, let's say, 14,000 or 15,000. Less than 15. And this is correct. Sujat exactly said NASCOM certificate is regional and AWS certificate is global. Correct. Okay. And and this certification is valid for 3 years. How many years? You no need to come back to me after 3 years. So end of the course, I'll give you few practice papers. Rubude. Same concepts will be there, but additional few concepts will be there because see, guys, tell me honestly. I'll right? I talk honestly from day one. So you have studied BTech and you went for a final exam. Will you get the same question that you have studied in the book? 1 or 2 questions, you will get it out of syllabus and based on the twist, you will get it. Similarly, in certification also. So don't think that whatever I have covered here, makki to makki it will come. I'm making you prepared how to work in the real time. That is important for me. And in the meanwhile, also I'm making you to clear the certification also. But in certification, there are few more services will be there. If you learn the definitions, that is fine. No need to go deeper. Practicals are not required there. Okay. All the core services will take care. Next. Sir, even non-scam future skills are also going to continue to go exam internship at finals. Even though they have an exam without any other interviews, and they don't give final certificate. Yes. I'm not saying NASCOM is also important. I'm saying, anyways, you have completed the class. Naresh Shetty has a NASCOM also affiliated, right? So you will get the certificate there also. And you need to conduct. Okay. NASCOM, will they give certificate just like that? They will conduct one exam. If you pass there, they'll give the certificate. Right? So Naresh Shetty and NASCOM are tightly integrated. Right? And if you want the certificate, you need to write the exam and then get it. That is NASCOM there. Okay. So I haven't discussed anything about the NASCOM because I haven't got anything from head office to talk about NASCOM. Right? Otherwise, I could have told, and you can do the reimburse also. If you clear the exam, you will get the reimbursement of the fees also. But this is generally what I know, right? So we read okay. For additional not know what yes. Okay. Any other questions? Guys, real time people, experienced people, can you please back me up here? Whatever the practicals that we are doing in each and every service, in your real time, we'll be doing the same thing as a project there. Yes or no? Yes or no? Can you see from online and also from offline? So talk to some experienced people, right? Sir is there, and then there are so many people are there. Experienced people is there, right? Talk to them once how we are learning and what are the things that we are doing and how importance we are giving for the real time. So because in real time, whatever we are learning here, the same thing you will be doing in the real time. Okay. And then whatever the task that you are doing, it is considered as a project only. That meaning each and every service is like a project for us. But I don't use the word called project. I don't bluff people, right? So many people will say that, okay, these are all things that project. No. So what is there in project? Modules, task. The task we are doing here. If you group it, that will become as a project. Yes, nothing more than we practice Riya sir is giving. See, our experienced people. Good. Any other questions? Because we have time now. That's why I'm taking your normal general questions. Any other questions? Any other things that I can help you with? Offline, you also check with the management, Pradeep. Next, anything? I say not yet edge computing and all. It will derive from this only. One thing in real time, you mostly do this with CLI. That C, okay, let's do one thing. Tomorrow, let's take CLI. Okay. So tomorrow I'll teach CLI. And then is there any certificates enough to get the job as experience? As an experience, it is always better to have AWS certification. Okay. So let's go. Sir, in official website 2 weeks ago, I saw that by September 22nd, they are going to stop practice level. Yes, possible. So because practitioner level, no one is interested in, because that is a level 0. So any interview, if you go for interview, they don't expect you to give cloud practitioner certificate, because that is very basic level. Okay. So which is a certificate that you ask for? Solution architect. Yes. Sir, Naresh Shetty provide AWS certificate. Raveen Kumar, Naresh Shetty will not provide AWS certificate. Amazon will provide. If you write an exam, then they will provide the AWS certificate. Naresh Shetty will provide you course completion certificate. So that will also help you to some organizations where you say that you are trained. As in Java application, I saw S3 bucket and IMA. What can we use? What we can use for the Java application? That question is very raw question. I need a little bit deeper, Prabhat. Yes. Is it okay like solution architect? Oh, not okay. It's very good, Akhil. Sir, after paying the fees, how many attempts will provide to clear the certification? RIA sir students will not ask for second chance. In first attempt only, you will be passed by more than 75-80%. I'm sure. So no more, sir, what happened if I fail? There is no question on fail. Okay. Minimum 80%. But just in case if it has happened, so next you need to pay some 50% amount, you need to write it again. And also, if once you clear the certification, they will give you coupon, which will be helpful for the next certification, and you will get 50% discount on the certification price. Sir, here minimum marks we need to pass in the exam. Minimum percentage 70. How much percentage? Minimum 70% you will get it. You should get. In arc level, they will ask scenario based. Mostly certifications questions will be scenario based only. They'll give you a nice story, right? Let's say, for example, I'll give you one scenario question. Hooray! We have set up a new company, and we have almost 100 employees. And then there is one team lead, and the rest are all your juniors. And you are a AWS engineer who is only one person working in the company. So the junior came and asked to you, hey, I want to have access to AWS. And you have created AWS access keys and secret keys to that new person. And he went and started logging into the console, and he could not able to log in. What is the problem? What is the problem? For sure, you haven't heard question properly for sure. So admin has created what? What he has created? Access key, secret keys he has created. But the user is logging to the console. Can you log into the console using access keys and secret keys? That is the problem, no? Then so you need to use IAM username and password. So the questions will be like this. So you will be knowing the answer, but we have the concept called atram. Oh, what is that in Hindi? Anxiety. So the problem is here. People will don't read the question. First they will see the answers. A, B, C, D. Which one? First question read karo bhai. And there are second type of users also. They don't read the entire question. Last line of the question they'll read. Question mark. So 1 to 2 times you have to read the question, because your answers will also be so, because when you read the question, the first thing that you get in your mind is the wrong answer, because they'll twist like that, and that wrong answer will be there in the A option only, and you'll say, I know the answer A, and that is the wrong answer, right? So you have to be like, be careful while reading the question. Aram se you do it, you have lot of time. It's more than 90 minutes, I think. Question 60, 65, depend. Okay, so yes. Okay, so sir, whenever I see AWS solution architect in LinkedIn, there are many languages. That is for experienced people. So like Java, Python, I said, guys, remember, in the interviews, that means mostly for experienced people, on experienced people, the roles and responsibilities, because I also write job description in my company. I write job description. Let's say, for example, in my team, I need 5 people, for example. And then I need to write a job description. No, what are the things that I need? Should I only write people who know how to launch EC2 instance? Number one. How to create a database? I don't like it. I need Python. I need that too. I need this. I need Java. I need math. I need that. This. Then I'll write there. Because who knows? If I get the people like this, my team will be very strong. No. But does it matter that you should know everything? Not required. Right? So for that reason, so just go with your whatever you know, go to interview and tell, sir, this is what I know. And if you're expecting something else, I'm ready to learn. And I hope, definitely, I'm very confident on that subject also. You should not skip it. Like if they're asking, you are AWS engineer, if they're asking for Java, put Dandam. So join your both of hands together and say, Babu, I'm an AWS engineer, not a Java person. So that is not suitable for you. Right? They don't ask Java, Python, everything in one shot. No. So Python will be useful. I said, what is the deadliest combination? I said, AWS, DevOps, Python. If you learn these 3, you no need to look back any other technologies. Right? Slowly, later, touch data science. Not now, I'm saying. You cannot be just like this only. No, you are small kids. You are very small kids. Right? Yes or no? Doubt, right? So you're small kids. So you started your journey now. So don't end up with only AWS. Don't end up with DevOps. So you have to go for the next upcoming technologies. That's why I said your AI, ML, right? Machine learning, artificial intelligence. These are all next upcoming things. This AI, ML also can be included in AWS. That's why you learned AWS first. Then when you have time, those are the next levels I'm saying. Okay. 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 Yes. What is a professional exam like AWS specialty security database for us? What is about this? No, not. So this is the next level of your exams. No. The first level is practitioner, cloud practitioner. We don't touch. The next thing is solution architect. In solution architect, we have solution architect, developer, SysOps. 3 are there. So you can complete 3 also if you put little bit more extra effort. Okay. Next level is professional level. This is associate level. What is these are all? Associate. See, here, whatever I'm teaching is associate level. Don't expect very high, but I'm teaching you in the professional level only. Do you feel that? Do you feel that? No, right? You don't feel because we are going in a pace. But the thing is, you are getting professional level knowledge, you are getting it, right? So, but once you clear the associate level, then you have to write the professional exam. But that is very, 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 very difficult. So, that is the highest level of AWS certification. Solution architect, professional. And then also you have DevOps. After associate, you have DevOps. So DevOps meaning you need to complete your solution architect and SysOp developer, and then the next level is DevOps for you. Apart from this, you have separate certification track like security specialist, database specialist, machine learning specialist. Like this you have. So if you are interested, slowly you can go to that next level. So just now we started, no? So this is, yes, you have. Guys, just to go to internet and put AWS certification, you will get the table. There you can see the levels. Okay. Okay, good. So guys, that's fine. So it is good to talk sometimes like this on general questions, right? So tomorrow we have a class and then we'll talking about another new service. Can you give me the final CC for today, Nana? Chiri, online. Smile is good for your health only. Okay, good. So that is all, guys, for today. And I'll see you tomorrow with the next topic. Until then, take care. Bye bye. Have a nice day and see you tomorrow. Don't miss the class. Bye bye.